All right. Well, welcome all to episode 48 of the Alt Tab podcast. This is Jacob, UP18, brought to you with Cross and Squiddy. This is the Alt Tab podcast. We took a break off last week, get our bearings straight, get things in order, refresh, rehash, come back fresh and new. If you're new here, we talk about different things. We have different segments that we have, different topics, different point of views. We like to switch between them, given why it's called Alt Tab, because when you Alt Tab on a computer, you switch between different programs. Like we switch between different topics and stuff like that. Again, if this is your first time on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure that bell notification is on so that way you can get notifications when our videos go live. They go live 3 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. If you're listening audibly, we are on Google Podcasts and Spotify. If you haven't, be sure to leave us a review, whether it's you've listened to 6 or 1 episode. Let us know how we're doing. And so that way we can always improve. But without further ado, we'll get into this episode. We all have a handful of stuff to talk about. I think we'll have a good episode today.
Hell yeah,
brother.
So how y'all doing today?
You want to go?
No, you go ahead.
I'm doing pretty good. Didn't do too much today. Was out and about. But excited for a topic we'll talk about later. I guess the Elden Ring DLC dropped about 2 hours ago. So excited about that. And I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good.
Not too shabby. Squiddy.
Yes.
You are still in school.
I'm not anymore, actually. Sorry.
I'm saying
in
like
school, in general.
In school in general.
Yeah, school in general.
But,
you're right. Sorry.
Yeah. But you are now on summer break.
Yes.
How does it feel going from school into summer break? Is that something that you enjoy, or do you enjoy the school year?
I don't mind. I think before I dreaded school a lot more, and so summer was kind of a little bit. I think I was a lot happier when summer break came along. Nowadays, I don't mind it as much. So I'm still. It's just nice to. It's still nice to have that break, but I'm not like over the moon anymore that it's like, oh, it's summer break. But that's just for me.
Question.
Yeah.
You can say no, but are you finally going to tell us what grade you're in?
Maybe
going to be?
Maybe off a podcast. Yeah.
I thought maybe we'll get some breaking news on podcast. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to share it with with everybody, but you don't have to. It's entirely up to you.
I will maybe before I go into the next school year, I'll say what on podcast what I'm going into.
All right. You keep your secrets, man. Because I'm just saying. If you do get comfortable enough to talk about it, there's a range of topics we can talk about depending on what year you're going into. Talking about your future and whatnot, but. Well, that's cool. I know.
Definitely. I guess I can say I'm starting to this upcoming year. I definitely think I have to start college, not applications, but colleging, looking at what I want to do.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that'll give you maybe a general idea, but
getting towards the back half.
Yeah, getting towards the back half. And so this year I got to definitely start looking at what I'd like to pursue once I'm done.
What would you like to pursue?
I don't know, man. The one thing I will say is that it sometimes feels a bit surreal, because when you're younger, it's like when you're in like second or third grade, it's like you're like like it just seems so far in the future. It's like it's like I'm never gonna like it's so far until I get to that point.
When I grow up,
Yeah, yeah. When I like, but now it's like now it's the time where I have to start actually thinking about those things, and it all is just like shit. The day has finally come where now I have to actually really look at what I want to do moving forward. So, but I don't know. I have some ideas, but nothing like I'm not dead set on anything. I'd like to do maybe something with like finance. I feel like that's I know it's a very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Mundane.
It's like a competitive. It's a competitive field. Okay. I know it's also but you're right. It is also like it's not always the most fun career, I think, but it definitely is one that can help you. I think it's a financially, like obviously going in finance, but I think it also my thought process is like money is always going to be a thing, so people are always going to be looking for ways to deal with money.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe something with like technology. I know Cross talks about coding. I don't know if that's something that I would do, but
best time to get into it.
Yeah, so maybe I think this will, over the next few months, I'm just going to try and talk with different people and see what different fields are actually like, because there's a difference between what your image of a certain field is like and what it actually is like. So, but I'm just going to probably be looking at different things over the next couple months and see what I can set my sights on. But
did you ever have like a dream career?
I mean, I think
like if the young Squiddy that was in second grade, what would you be right now if you were your when I grow up job? What would you be right now?
What was my when I grow up job? In all honesty, I feel like myself and a lot of people my age were very like, I want to be a YouTuber. It's like I want to be that. I feel like at least I saw from when I talked to people and whatnot, that was like when they were younger and when I was younger. I think that was like the dream job kind of, but just because I feel like the internet was kind of like really starting to take off and like YouTube content and streaming and whatnot. And so that I felt like was when I was younger, that was like my dream job. But as I've gotten older, obviously, I think now I'm more trying to look a little bit more. I don't want to say realistic because it's something can happen overnight, and now you're an internet sensation. But I think that that's a very not luck, I should say, but it's not everybody will get to that point, and so. That was my dream job, but I don't know if that's what I would pursue now, per se. It's not. I don't think it's for me.
Okay, and then never mind. I was gonna say, like, is that like your way of thinking, or do you think it's more like influence on like your parents might say like, hey, quit playing those stupid games? Or
no,
like that?
I think there definitely is outside influence on how I feel or how that opinion was formed when it comes to like what I want to do later in life. I think that like parents and other family members and older relatives want like it doesn't. You don't until there's like actual evidence that like this is something that you can do, like this is working, like I'm making money off of this. Then you're just it's hard to get them on board. Because it's such a it is risky sometimes. It is risky to put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to that profession with content creation and whatnot. But I think some people can definitely do it. I don't know if it's something that I could do per se, maybe, but yeah, I definitely think that opinion is somewhat swayed by outside influence. But you know, we'll see. We'll see, man. Something could happen overnight, but I doubt it.
I mean, I totally get you. Yeah, like when it comes to like thinking about that, like I probably could have gotten. I wouldn't say I had success in streaming. I had ups and downs, right?
Yeah.
I definitely think if I would have gotten into it sooner, things might have been different. Yeah. But like you said, those outside, like when it came to my mom, she would always be like, "Stop playing those stupid games. You're wasting your time.
Yeah,
you're never gonna make any money doing that. Go outside, things like that. Like I couldn't be in my room too long, otherwise I'm depressed or I'm sad. I need to go outside and do this." Or it's like if I haven't gotten my hair cut in 4 weeks, something's wrong with me because I'm not keeping up with my appearances, and it's just and so there's no way that like, and then also too, it came down to the fact that it's like having that money. If I would have bought things to make my own streaming rig, she would see it and be like, "Oh, well, you have money to spend on stupid stuff. You can spend more money on bills," because I was already paying rent and working a part-time job and paying my car and things like that. And so she would always tell me, is like, get your own job to have your own money so you can buy your own things. But the moment I bought my own things, it was too dumb and I should spend more on bills. And so, yeah, I get the outside influence that can definitely sway like your opinions and whatnot. What about you, Cross?
What about me?
Do you feel like with a lot of your choices, like outside opinions might sway, depending on if, like, let's say, like, you want to go one choice of field, but your parents don't necessarily think that it's right for you or it's a waste of time? Would you still pursue it given the fact that you have passion for it? Or do you think those outside influences would deter you from it?
I think when I was younger, maybe, but my parents have like did a complete 180 when they came to Canada. Well, they changed when they were here. They didn't change when they got here, like right away. But yeah, like maybe like 3 years ago, they would have been heavily against like streaming and all that stuff. But I mean, I've kind of shown them like different avenues of life you could take and how like times has changed beyond what they already know, because like they only know like academics and doing well in school will get you a ticket to like whatever, and I'm like, so then I had to show them like that's not necessarily true. And I mean now even more so they know, because I'm in my internship year and it's been like 4 months already, and there's nothing here. So I mean, just like even recently, like I told him like, man, there's just like there's no guarantee for anything, no matter what field you go in. I think it just really depends on like your work ethic and how much you actually believe in what you're doing. So I mean, sure, like they've had an influence on me with what not to do and what to do, but I've always I've always went against the grain when it came to that stuff with my parents. Like I definitely had like, I mean, it's definitely scary going against your parents. I think any kid feels that way. But yeah, I think I did it enough to the point where they're like, I kind of wore them down, and I don't know. I'm in a comfortable space now, but
that's good.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, they never had that. I think came to an understanding. No, sorry, I did have that, and then we came to an understanding, and now it's like, oh, that's gone.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. I kind of wish I would have had that with my mom, but it took moving out and not talking to her for years before she finally came to that sense. Also, too, getting a divorce, that also helped her come to her senses. So definitely think a lot of her angst against me was because of my stepdad or ex-stepdad at the time. So
Yeah, projection
yeah,
happens everywhere.
and you know, shit trickles downhill, and he treated her like crap, and who's the next person that she's gonna treat bad? Her son that lives there. So, but that does like kind of lead me into what I did want to talk about when it comes to like
Well, it's
your
good that you broke
goals.
the cycle, because you're definitely nice to a lot of people.
I appreciate it.
No.
Well, I mean, yeah, I given
Someone's got to break it.
yeah, given my mom and also too like my brother, you know, physically, emotionally abusing me, I definitely know how it is to feel terrible or have people be like mean to you and be terrible to you, and that's not just what I want to wish on anybody. So I try my best. I know sometimes it's not always. I'm not always great at it, but
And
I
that's
do try.
something you can pass down to your potential kids in the future.
Yeah. So hopefully, but yeah, what I wanted to talk about is something that I definitely struggle with, and I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it. When it comes to goals, right? Goals or like things that you want to, I guess goals. Like whether or not you should talk about your goals, like to people. I mean, you can talk to yourself about them. That's totally great. But I've definitely read to where it's like, you know, they say like you want to talk your goals out and let the universe manifest them. You know what I mean? Like you want to speak it out loud, let the universe catch it, it manifests. And there's some people that when they tell their goals, now that like somebody else knows them, they're quicker to stop doing it. And I definitely noticed like with myself, I'll tell somebody like, oh, well, I'm going to start doing this. And then I kind of stop doing it. And I don't know if I should like if I should keep doing it and hopefully break that cycle of stopping it, or just keep it to myself, keep doing it. And then once I get comfortable enough or far enough still doing it to where it becomes like a habit or a hobby or something, to then tell people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like with you guys and your goals, do you guys feel better talking it out with people and letting them know your goals, or do you tend to keep it to yourself?
I know where I would. I don't know if you have anything first.
Is that a weird question to ask? Like,
No, it's not a
I
question.
I have my.
I guess I just never I never thought about it, because like I think, yeah, I guess I keep it to myself, but not for the sake of like protecting myself to keep pursuing my goals. I just kind of like, when I have a goal in mind, that's kind of all I'm thinking about. And like I just push through it. So I don't know, everyone else kind of just becomes like white noise. So I guess in that sense I don't share it, because like I'm so busy thinking about that thing. But yeah, I think in terms of like sharing your goals to your friends and family and your loved ones, it definitely puts more, I don't know, it can go either way. It could put like more of a what's that word? It's not pressure.
a spotlight.
It keeps you like accountable, because like now they know it. There's potential like they're gonna ask about your goal, how it's going, and then you think about your answer and you haven't progressed. That could be a motivation for you to go further in your goals, or it could kind of put you down the drain of like, oh shit, now this person knows, so now I'm not gonna tackle it as hard. So I definitely see like the fault in that. I think, yeah, now that I just talked about it out loud, I would just keep it to myself. unless it's like a goal that involves like other people. So if I have a goal to like, let's say move in with Rebecca, I'm going to talk about that with her. That's like cohesive. Yeah. And if it's like a personal improvement that also extends to like other people, yeah, sure, I'll talk about it with them if they can help. Like if I'm struggling like emotionally and I want to improve in that avenue, obviously talking about that and having your friends know, they can like probably help you through it like a lot easier, rather than like you have to like kind of like step around eggshells, and like maybe they're throwing words that like kind of hit you the wrong way. But so I guess it depends. But if it's like more just, I guess, career goals, yeah, I just want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I kind of need to cook by myself.
What about you, Squiddy?
I feel like I feel like I used to share a lot.
Uh-huh.
And the main thing, like
Where's
No,
that
so-
era?
no,
Bring
outside
back
of
that era, dude.
outside of this.
24-hour
Yeah, that's what I was
streams.
thinking. Yeah, that's where my mind immediately went to. It's funny, as soon as you said that, my mind immediately was like, "Fuck the 24-hour streams." So because there's been a couple different things throughout my life where I've had goals and I've shared them and I haven't shared them.
Mhm.
We'll address the elephant in the room, the 24-hour streams first. Those were 24-hour stream. Everybody probably know, or most people probably know what that is. You stream for 24 hours, don't stop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I plan on doing a couple of those. I plan multiple times to try and attempt to do it. Planned it, failed every time. So that it is what it is. I wish that I had done it, but it was I think the last one I tried was back in like February or something, and so at this point I'm just like, I just moved on. I was like, this isn't. I'm not gonna keep trying it just to fail over and over again. So I just stopped. But I guess telling you guys was like, it probably made me feel worse afterwards. I think I don't like sharing things. I used to, right? This was like when I was younger, super like a lot younger, before I knew you guys. But at a certain point, I just kind of stopped sharing my goals because I didn't want the added pressure of like, if it failed, if I was not succeeding in whatever it was, that person would know, and then I'd feel shitty because then I'd be like, because I would be self-conscious of how now I look in that person's eyes, and especially family members, just because there would be times that I would like, yeah, I'm trying to do this or whatever, and I would tell a family member, and then next time we would talk, they'd be like, hey, how's that going? And now it's like, fuck, well, what am I supposed to say? Because I can't be like, you don't want to say, oh, it's not going great, but you don't want to lie necessarily. You don't want to be like, yeah, it's going well. We can just keep living that lie every time you talk. So I just decided to try and not tell my goals as much. But yeah, I keep it to myself mostly. I had a lot of goals this year that I actually did complete. But I didn't say anything to many people.
That you did complete, or did it
that I did complete.
Gotcha. Well,
but good. I just didn't really want it to be. I didn't really want to talk about it, just because, again, in case I did not succeed or I didn't complete it or whatever, then I would just feel like a piece of shit. So
gotcha.
So I do it just to protect my own like anxiety, because then I'm now thinking about how that other person perceives me, or thinks worse of me or whatever. But yeah.
So I mean, do you think there's a negative to not telling people, like keeping it to yourself?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I just recently, I was under a lot of stress from a lot of different things in life. And I wasn't saying shit to anybody, in real life or out. I was just kind of like, trudging through it. I was just trying to get through it. And I started to like physically feel worse because of, just keeping everything in.
Oh, good, dude.
So it was definitely not good. It felt like, I was like under a permanent panic attack sometimes. Like it was rough. And I don't didn't say anything to anybody for a while, just because again, I was just like, I'm just gonna trudge through it. I'll get to the other side, and I don't want to, I don't want to bring it up. But after just talking with a couple people, it definitely helped. It helped me get to the other side of like all the stress and what I was worried about. So yeah, but I would definitely say there's upsides and there's definitely downsides to keeping things in. So that's what I have to say on that.
All right.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like the more you talk, it definitely sounds like you need like a safe space to talk about those things, because to me it just sounds like all the people that you've told your goals to like don't make you feel good when you fail.
Yeah.
Like I certainly don't make you feel good when you fail, because I'm just like, well, to me, I'm just like joking around, but like obviously that's a different impact on you. But I'm just saying, like, the more I think about it, like if you really have a safe space, like you wouldn't have problem telling people your goals, because whether like, I feel like if you're comfortable with how they perceive it and how they're going to react to it, whether, because like it doesn't have to be like sugar coated and like fake response, but like just like an honest, I guess encouraging and like not shooting them down and like beating them more down when they fail. I feel like if you're in that, like, put yourself in that space, like I feel like you would be more comfortable sharing the goal that you started and also the goal that you might potentially fail or like are struggling in. And you also said it yourself, like you felt better when you talked about your issues to like other people, and you kind of got through it with that help also.
Yeah. I think when it comes to like, I don't know, for me, there's, trying to think of how to.
Probably why therapists are great, because they're disconnected from everything. They're a total stranger.
I think that's,
they can't legally share anything.
Yeah.
I think that's why, because it's very like, I don't, when I say other people like that wasn't even really like family members like that, like parents or anything. Like that was like, again, like a therapist, right? And it's just because I think that they are more like you said, like disconnected. So I don't know, but
yeah, I get you. It's like judgment.
It's definitely something that it's not a good thing that I struggle with, but
yeah, I mean, I think just bottling in is like pretty tough struggle that everyone goes through.
Yeah.
Like a lot of us probably have done it. I try not to do it, but I mean, it still happens. But yeah, you just need someone to talk to, like a safe space, someone, whether that be a therapist, your mom, your dad, your friends. And yeah, you could also communicate that with your friends as well, if if you want us to treat you a certain way when you're going through something, because like it's hard to know. This is like one of my questions for later on, but yeah, it's just hard to know. Jacob, did you answer this already? Your own question.
Oh yeah. When I was asking the question, I kind of like gave like my
answered.
I answered myself, and then asked you guys, like, because like for me, it's hard to keep it to myself because one, I am somewhat of an open book. There's some things that I keep to myself, whether it's like traumas and whatnot, but when it comes to like goals, I always want to like talk to somebody about it. Then I feel like once I talk about it, it's out there in the air, and it's kind of like, if they, like you said, if they end up asking me about it, I feel bad.
Yeah.
Because I stopped doing it. You know what I mean? Like when it came to the push-ups, like I got hurt and I couldn't do them anymore, and then I just stopped. And it's like, you kept going. And you kept going. You know what I mean? And so it's like, I'm like, fuck, man, if I didn't stop, you know?
So you just passed the torch to me, dude.
and then it just comes down to it to where it's like, I always tell people my goals, but it's like I just feel bad when I don't achieve them or I stop. You know what I mean? Because it's just like now it's like, oh hey, what happened with that one thing you were doing? Oh, I stopped doing it, and it's like he stopped doing it, and then it's like down the line, oh hey, what happened to that one thing you're doing? Something came up and I stopped doing it. Oh, he stopped doing it, and then it's gonna get to the point to where it's like I'm gonna tell you guys a goal, and in your head, and it's like, oh, I bet you in 2 weeks you're gonna stop doing it, and it's just like, you know what I mean? And it's just and then if I end up catching wind of that, you know what I mean? Like whether like I say a goal and the way you react is like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, whatever. Or like I can hear it in your voice. Then it's kind of like in my head, I'm just overthinking it. It's like they don't think I can do it, and it's like maybe they're right, and I just won't do it. You know what I mean? And then that also too could be because of my traumas when I was younger from my brother and my mom not being good enough. But yeah, it's just something that I have to like work on. So I do have a goal that I want to talk about, but it's like I think it's funny because watching Degrassi, right? Like
Yeah.
they're all in high school and they're always just like, when they're about to graduate, they always say like what their goal is, what school they want to go to, things like that. Like I'm envious at the fact that there was kids that I graduated with that knew exactly what they wanted to do, and they went, they did it, and now they're living their life. Me, I wanted to do something, and then along the way, I told I wasn't good enough. Art Institute, right? And it's like, oh, maybe I'm not. And then I just didn't know what I wanted to do. And now I'm 32, and it's like I have no, I guess, set path of where I want to be or what I want to do. But watching Degrassi, I'm just like, you know what? I always wanted to make a video game. I was like, why don't I just learn how to do this stuff and make a game? I don't have to, it doesn't have to be published. I can just make the damn game and finish what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then maybe from there, go on. So I guess I'm telling you my goals. I want to make a fucking game, just like,
Yeah, I mean, you've been saying that for a while.
and
I guess it's more concrete now.
yeah, I think. So that's why I'm learning Blender. And that also ties into the next thing I wanted to talk about. Is the fact that I'm learning Blender because I want to create my own assets, right?
Oh, okay.
And so learning
What
Blender.
are assets before we dive into this whole Blender talk?
So houses, the donuts that I made, chairs, doors, people, guns, cars, tires, assets.
So those are things you can put into
Unreal
a game
Engine
or Unreal Engine once you make it. Okay.
I think you can also do it in Unreal Engine, but I kind of want to learn Blender because Blender
Blender's
has
good skill to
everything.
have. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, hell, if I can end up learning, if I can make a video game and learn Blender, I can make my own portfolio and work for an animation studio or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because Blender itself is not just creating things. Well, it creates things, obviously, but like you can render, you can model, you can sculpt, like you can make sculptures out of it. The way that they have the sculpting tool, there's animation and rigging that you can do. You can draw story art in a 3D environment if you want to. They got VFX. They use Blender in movies. So, I don't know if you ever saw Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
You know the donut at the end, the very end, like it's the all-seeing donut that's there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was Blender supposedly.
Oh shit.
So there's that. It's like you can do simulation. I mean, it's a pipeline to many different tools. There's scripting. It features Python API in Blender. So
Python API. Oh shit.
that, and also too, you can do video editing. So it's like Blender kind of has it all. So if I can just learn how to do one thing, then I can slowly start moving over to others. And then,
Cool thumbnails, dude.
yeah.
Cool Valorant thumbnails.
So, there is Valorant rigs, actually. So I can put like Jet, Phoenix, and all them and move them around like I did with the Minecraft stuff.
Yeah. You could also make your own, right?
Yeah. And And so, yeah, that's what I want to do. As of right now, I don't have an overarching goal. Obviously, make a video game is overarching. But I think a lot of the times, too, is when I make my goals, I make that overarching goal and I just stop. Well, now I have little goals. I want to learn Blender, right? So it's like, make a video game, boom. And then there's learn Blender, boom, right?
Mhm.
Tutorial, make my first thing in Blender. So watch tutorial videos, make things there, and then make my own thing without using a tutorial. Like, think of something in my head, make it,
Yup.
bam.
Yeah.
And then slowly go from there. And then once I learn Blender, keep doing Blender, but then also start learning Unreal Engine. And I think what I'm going to do, I already have in my head of what I want to do with Unreal Engine. Like, I don't know the game yet. And it may not be PC and it may not be console, but on Unreal Engine, you can start off with an app. So I might try a mobile game. It's smaller scale.
Oh shit!
I don't have to worry about like super 3D images.
Make it
Go from
journey,
there.
dude.
What are you
Does
gonna
a
say?
lot of the I was gonna say, does a lot of the creation in Blender, like the techniques of it, transfer over into Unreal Engine?
With Unreal Engine, it's like I'll have to learn a whole new thing, but it's just the
Okay.
fact that I wouldn't have to worry about. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
possibility because the reason why I say that you could probably do the same thing in Unreal Engine as you do in Blender is just the fact that, like, because I did Unreal Engine at one point, Unreal Engine 4, I think. There was a stream that I did with Ravine. It was early morning. Ravine joined me, and I had we were in Discord together, and we were watching the same tutorial video on how to make a shooting game. And it's like,
Oh shit!
basically, it's first person shooter. You have a block that comes at you, you shoot it, it blows up. Like, that's how we learn how to do it. And it's like, yeah, and you can make a plane, you can add material to it. So it's kind of like Unreal Engine already has Blender into it. But then also there's add-ons to put, like, to import easily Blender into Unreal Engine. So it's like, if I make it in Blender first and then import it, I don't have to worry about having to do it in Unreal Engine. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, I don't know. I want to do mobile first and then maybe, but who knows, if I can get Blender down and create the person or create the character that I want to create, I might just go straight into like a third person, first person kind of thing. But
Damn.
All right.
one thing I do want to do with Blender is the fact that, like, if we continue doing D&D, I do want to get good at Blender at the fact that I can make D&D characters in Blender and animate some of our scenes.
Well, that'd be dope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could do a lot with that. Damn.
And so I think the reason why I wanted to tell you guys my goals is because you guys could probably give me ideas. You know what I mean? Once I get used to it and doing it, you know, bounce ideas off you guys and then go.
Literally thought about a Valorant thumbnail. That's the first thing I thought about Valorant. Oh my god, my brain's rotted. But I always hear people doing like Fortnite thumbnails, Valorant thumbnails, all through Blender with Photoshop, obviously. Yeah, never learned Blender. Never
Yeah, it's
will.
a lot. I mean, I started writing stuff down, but I definitely need to do all the shortcuts because the next video you have to make like a plate, and I started making the plate, and then I stopped and came back the next day. And I was like, fuck, I forgot all the shortcuts I had to do, and so I just stopped. I was like, you know what? I don't want to stress myself out. I'll just stop here, and I played Call of Duty. And then this morning, as I was walking, I was sitting there, and I was like, for some reason, I was just thinking about Blender, and I was like, E. I had to push E to extrude it or elongate what I needed to do, and then I can skew it to make it pop out. So it's like you have a circle, and then you extrude it to make it go up, and you push like Z to go on the Z axis, and then you save it there, and then you push X or S to skew it out, and then like to like make the shape of a plate. And so in my head, I was walking BB. I thought about it, and I was like, E, E, E. I gotta remember that, and I just wrote it down on my notebook. So,
Yeah, it's interesting how that works. I learned this in like learning how to learn, and it's like when you're learning something, like when you have full attention at one thing you're learning, like it's really difficult to think outside the box and think creative solutions. So what they tell you to do is like when you go walk BB out, or like when you're doing things that don't relate to the thing that you're already doing, like your brain becomes relaxed, and then it's able to like bounce like neurons and think creatively. So like when I'm working, I think of all these ideas. I'm like, damn, where the fuck did this come from? So they're always like, if you're learning something, like bring a notebook if you go on a walk so you can like write it down. So I mean, that's great that you figured out something while you're taking BB out.
yeah. So,
Sorry if you'll excuse. I have to step away for just a quick minute.
You
Okay.
motherfucker.
Sorry, just 1 second.
So I need to. I might have to go back through and watch those videos again. Just that way I can, yeah, because I think I can get down a lot of the like G to grab, S to skew or scale, right? E to elongate or extrude.
Yeah,
Then like when it comes
shortcuts.
down, when it comes down to like geometry nodes, that's something that I'm gonna have to go back through and watch and be like, what the hell is geometry nodes? It's just
Yeah.
like, and stuff like that. So
Yeah, you just gotta, it's like, I mean, it's similar to editing. Like, you gotta learn the foundation of shortcuts, learn the mechanics, basically, if you're thinking of video game terms.
yeah,
Build good habits, good workflow, and then you just build from there. But yeah, I mean, starting is really hard. Even just learning the software itself. That's like half of it.
yeah, and so there's just a lot of things that I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be a lot to learn, but obviously I'm not
Just
gonna learn
one
everything
thing at a time. It adds
yeah.
up.
But who knows? With Blender, maybe that would be my way into getting a different job. You know?
Yeah, dude, just fucking make your portfolio, post it on Fiverr. Maybe someone will hire you to
Yeah.
make assets. Cause I mean that probably bring in good money. You just start
Sorry.
posting on like DeviantArt. That's like a big art community.
Mm-hmm.
And people can post whatever they created artistically. And you just build it from there, dude.
Yeah.
Like just post anything, honestly. Like your donut that you made. Could give credit to like whoever made that first, and then you're like, hey, I made a donut. Would you
What's
eat
my
it?
donut?
Up Jacob. No, there's gotta be a good name. Blender 18. That's the
Blender 18.
That's your
Blender
Instagram
18.
name and all your socials.
Nice.
You just post it.
I was just thinking about doing. I did want to actually rebrand myself and stop being UP18 and just be
Okay.
Jacob.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
But if it's like JCUP, like, is that weird? Like Jacob.
Jacob.
JCUP.
Oh, Jacob.
JCUP. JCUP 18 or just JCUP?
Just JCUP. Jacob. Jacob. Like,
Oh,
Jacob.
Jacob. Okay. Yeah, do it.
but then, like,
it taken?
isn't that a bra size? Jacob.
That's gotta be a
You
fucking
could do Jacob,
big
like
donkers,
CUB.
dude.
Jacob.
Jacob.
Yeah.
No A, just
JCUB.
JCUB. Yeah.
And I could just have a little bear.
Yeah. That's fair.
People used to say I was like a teddy bear.
There you
I
go.
wonder if that's taken on Twitch. Dude, do I just rebrand myself now, dude?
Jacob.
You can check, dude, and then you can sign up for when the name becomes available.
Let's
So
see.
you might wait for a long time for that. Oh, it's halftime, dude.
The
This
username is
episode
unavailable.
Sponsored by AFK Journey.
I can't.
Yeah.
You can't change it to that.
No, it doesn't tell me when it's available though.
Jacob 18.
Jacob or Jacob, or both of them are taken.
Jacob is taken.
Wonder if you could do like
Does kind of sound like a bra size, but then you can make a lot of jokes.
J Cup is also taken.
Oh.
Could do two B's, J, C, U, B, B. I don't know.
No, I'll take it. Anyway, but yeah, that's just what I want to talk about: goals and Blender and stuff like that.
No.
But
I don't want to
yeah.
ask you because I hear there's a lot, and it like I hear it so much from not just you, but like from I guess people that are older than me. That I'm like, damn, am I gonna think this way when I get older? And it just kind of like sometimes when I think about it too much, I get like kind of sad because like I don't know. I like to think I'm decently curious and ambitious to pursue a lot of things, but so I noticed like not just you, but yeah, like a lot of people they say like I'm too old to do this, I'm too old to do that, like I'm way past my prime. Which certain things I get, like physical stuff probably makes the most sense. But like when it comes to learning, I know like once you get older, it's harder to learn. But yeah, I just always wonder because I'm not at that point just yet, and you're a little bit older than me. Same with thing with Staha and I don't know how old Giovanni is, but
Yeah, I'm older than you, dude.
yeah, like now that I've gone more context into your life, is that when you say that, is that more of just like a trauma response to like you not being able to do something because you've been told that, or do you like is that like an excuse for like not being able to achieve something?
I
Like
wouldn't
kind of
necessarily.
like
I
a
guess
joke scapegoat, I guess.
yeah, it's more of a crutch. I definitely think being too old. Uh, I mean, it's society's fault if you think about it, because they're like, at 18, you need to know what you got to do with your life. By the time you graduate college, 4 years is 22. By then, you should already have your career, and from there on, that's it. You start your life. You get a wife, you get a kid, or husband and kids, or partner or whatever, and you start your life by the time you hit 24, and that's it.
Oh hell no.
You know what I mean? Like that's what society has told us. At least my
Yeah.
generation.
Pretty old way of I guess thinking as of
Yeah.
now. Yeah, a lot has changed.
And it's like you have to, at 18 years old, you can't be living with your parents. You got to move out. You got to get your own place, and you got to do this and job and bills and blah, blah. And so I think for my generation, yeah, it gets to the point where it's like, damn, we're 30, we're old now. Like
Okay.
this, but it is harder to study. But I think it really too is that you just have to make the time, because it's never too old to get education. I don't think so. My mom in her 30s, she went to institute and she got her, medical billing and coding or medical assistant license or certification. And, she had that.
Damn.
And so now I don't necessarily think that you're too old to learn. I just think you have to have the time or set aside the time to be able to learn. But then too, it comes down to it to where it's like, if you, let's say, overweight, you have to be working out, right? So there's that. You're working a full-time job. There's part of your day there. You gotta, if you have, a wife, a partner, kids, you gotta come home. You gotta cook. You gotta make sure you do everything with them. Go to the gym. Walk the dog, whatever. And then whatever time you have left over, you gotta study. But guess what? Because you've done all that stuff already, you're too tired. You gotta go.
Yeah.
You go to bed. And so it's like,
You also want your personal time to do whatever
exactly.
you like to enjoy.
And so it comes down to it to where it's like, I think we just say that we're too old, but really we're just kind of saying that like we don't have the time. Or it's like we feel like we don't have the time to be able to do that, but saying like, I'm just too old. So that's why I kind of feel. But I think it's definitely a crutch. It is an excuse. But yeah, I mean, like I can learn all this Blender stuff if after work, I hang out with my fiance. I take my nap or whatever, and I come and I take BB out and I get on the computer. If I don't play games and I just learn Blender, I can learn the stuff that I want to learn. I just gotta set the time and do it. But it's gonna take away from the stuff that I already enjoy doing. You know what I mean? So it's nothing to be like sad for, to think about like, damn, that's gonna be my future. Like, nah, it's just.
Yeah, no, I just always I knew why people said it, but no, I didn't know why people said it. Like I understood that it was an excuse, but I was like, I didn't understand what it was for, because like, yeah, I guess I've yet to feel that way. But yeah, I guess that makes sense, the way you explained it.
Yeah. So, but I mean, once you move out, you're living with Rebecca, you're going to realize that like the time that you used to have, you don't really have it anymore.
Yeah.
And so you'll still have some time, unless you and Rebecca have like that, or you and your partner or whatever happens in the future. If you're definitely that kind of person that's like, I need to have my own space, like, not the fact that like I don't want to be with you. It's not the fact that I don't want to be with you. It's the fact that like, for me to recharge, I kind of have to be with myself and my thoughts to kind of like feel better. And then, but it's like the way that you have to like word it, because you have to be like, not that you don't make me feel good. It's just that like sometimes I need my own space. You know what I mean? So there's a little relationship tidbit also there too. But
I think she's more like that than I am.
so then if that's the case, then that's good,
I like fucking with people, and sometimes I mess with her sometimes.
The boss.
I knew it was.
I didn't want to say anything.
I fucking knew as soon as I said it.
Boss.
I fucking knew it. I can't see Squirty, but I knew he was making some kind of face.
I didn't know. I was waiting. I was just gonna see if we were just gonna move on from.
I knew, but... I was like, I can't think of another word, so I'm just gonna say it.
Oh, that pause was so good.
Fuck y'all, dude.
No, but yeah. So what were you saying?
Probably even though, sorry, yeah.
You like messing with people?
I like messing with people, and I do that a lot with Rebecca, like in person, I guess. It's hard to do it over voice call, or video chat. So if anything, she probably would request time from me than I do to her.
And so, I mean, that is good, because then that means that like...
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's good for you too, because like if you want to learn something, that like during that time that she needs to recharge her batteries, you can go and like learn something. And so just communication is definitely going to be key in any relationship, Squiddy. And so you got to know that, dude.
Yeah, thanks.
In life, dude.
In life, dude, speaking of communication, I have an internal audit that I have to do tomorrow.
Oh, damn.
And it's my first time doing it. And it's over my new position. And it's like, I've been here 8 months and I have yet to do my job.
Oh,
like,
shit.
I work, right? Yeah. But it's like, I'm helping other people and I'm doing reports. But like, I haven't done credentialing coordinator shit yet. And so, yeah, there was that. And then URAC reached out to me, which is the credentialing coordinator stuff. They give like certificates if you like for credentialing, and they reached out and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna do revisions over 5.0 CVOs. Do you or anyone from your organization want to join in on the meetings to go to review and comment on them?" And I was like, "Sure, I'll join them." Yeah. And she's like, "Cool, I'll send you the meeting." And it was like, meeting, if needed. And I was like, fuck. It's like Tuesday the 18th or Tuesday the 16th, Thursday the 18th, and it's like Tuesday, Thursday, and it's like all set for an hour just to go over the CVOs and if we have any questions. I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't have accepted this, but it's part of my job, right?
Too late now.
Yeah, and so I was telling my fiance it's like that TikTok with the monkey, the oh no monkey, right? And it's like when you're at your job long enough and then you all of a sudden become important. It's like, oh no. So that's me. So
Damn.
yeah. So it's definitely gonna be interesting tomorrow. It's my first time, and my boss is like, do you want, he's like, since it's your first time, you could probably talk to her, and I could probably sit in and just mute, and if you need me, you can call on me. And I was like, no, because I feel like if you are there, I might fall back on it or use that as a crutch and like, oh, I don't know this, so I'm just gonna say, hey John, I don't know this, can you like help me out here,
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'd rather just go in by myself, and if I mess up on something, I can get the constructive criticism and I can learn from it and be better for next time. So you don't have to join. He's like, okay. He's like, I respect that. And I was like, yeah, you better.
You got fucking heart palpitations while you're saying that.
and so yeah, I have that tomorrow between 11 to noon.
Oh shit.
So
no,
yeah.
Good luck, dude.
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, appreciate it.
What's tomorrow? Friday?
Tomorrow's Friday.
Tomorrow's Friday?
Yeah.
I'm already losing track.
She messaged me on Tuesday afternoon. Messaged me, was like, when can you this week go over these documents? And I was like,
oh shit.
damn.
Dang.
I was like, Friday, I guess. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about, given Blender and my goals. What you guys got?
Cross, I don't know if you want to. I have some. I'll do this. Rapid fire quickly. Valorant predictions. Masters. Shanghai. Is over. We did our picks from the beginning. So I'll just go over those quickly. Gen G won Masters. So congrats.
Hell yeah, brother.
Them. Team Heretics got second, and G2 got third. 100 Thieves got fourth. So not bad. Not the teams that I expected. Some of the teams I expected to see. Some of the teams I didn't expect. Glad G2 lost. I'm joking, but they knocked out Sentinels. So quickly, just going over picks. I think Jacob got closest with his wild card picks. Team Heretics, and his top three were the top three, not in the order, but it was the top three teams were the three teams that he picked. He had Team Heretics in first place, G2 in second place, and Gen G in third. So I think me and Cross, I don't think got.
I don't get shit. I was knocked out Swiss stage.
Yeah, yeah. I got
PRX lost so fucking quick. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, PRX.
That was such a disappointment.
Yeah, they got knocked out. Yeah, lower round 2. So,
like, bro, come out.
Knocked out by 100 Thieves.
Come out.
So that's quickly going over that. For our predictions, Jacob got 1, I guess, the scoring. So congrats to Jacob. We'll figure out a prize for that.
I won.
But so Master Shanghai is over. Back in stage 2 starts soon, I think.
Starts today.
Starts today.
Tomorrow.
Some of them started already, I think.
For Americas, they start on Saturday.
Yeah. EMEA already started, Pacific already started, and China already started.
Challengers League? That's different, right?
Yeah. So I guess as when this episode airs, matches have already America's
matches
have already started. Yeah. So
we will.
There is one thing I do want to talk about when it comes to the Valorant stages. Like, to get into champions, you have to have. I think it's the second stage is who gets to like get into it, right? Let's see, second stage winners. Yeah, so in the second stage, whoever is top 3 gets to go into champs. And then also 2, whoever has the most points, circuit points, also gets to go to champs. I was looking at the standings of points, and 100 Thieves have 9, Sentinels have 9, right? Now, Sentinels got theirs because of the kickoff. They got 3 points for kickoff, and they got 3 points for masters. And then so that's at 6. And then when you go to, what's weird is that when you go to stage 1 of Americas, they got 7th to 8th place and got 3 points for that, right? Evil Geniuses 7th to 8th got 2. NRG 9th to 10th got 3 points. And then what's also weird is the fact when you go to playoffs, 5th to 6th, Cloud9 got 5 points, but also 5th to 6th, Loud only got 2 points. They were a higher rank in stage 1 compared to Sentinels and got 1 less point.
Oh no. Yeah.
So I don't know if it's because they were on 2 different sides. Maybe because Alpha Group has 1 less team, they get an extra point compared to the teams on Omega. But I was looking at that and I was like, why do they get 1 more point than Loud if they did worse than Loud? But nah, that's my little tidbit.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could see what you said being there's 1 less team, maybe.
Nigeria and MIB are at 0. Oh shit!
Well, you gotta know stage 1, America stage 1, Furia and MIB were both 0-5.
5.
So.
Jeez.
Wait, so Sentinel, 100 Thieves, and G2 are qualified through stage 2? Wait, no, this is stage 2.
Yeah, stage 2, they're still here.
Qualified the champions through stage 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So whoever gets to who first, second, and third will get champs, and then whoever is, I'm assuming whoever's not first, second, and third, if they have the top points, it's the next team that has the top amount of points.
Wow, 100 Thieves got 9 points from stage 1. Holy fuck.
And I think from Masters, right? They had a couple points for Shanghai. No, they didn't actually. Never mind.
No. Wait, how'd they get so much?
So looking at it here.
Wait, but okay, this is all gonna change in stage 2.
More points will happen. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense, actually. You get majority of your points in stages. And then Masters is like kind of like a bonus.
Yeah. Yeah, because getting first place was 9 points for 100 Thieves.
Okay.
Beating stage 1.
So there's 4 teams from Americas that's already qualified, technically, based on points. Because stage 2 hasn't started yet.
Mm-hmm.
Crew, G2, Sentinels, and 100 Thieves. Damn.
Well, as of right now, if you click on Valorant Champs Tour 2024 and just click on standings, it'll show you. So the ones in green would be the one that qualifies per points.
Yeah, I'm on Liquipedia right now.
Oh.
It a little bit easier to see on this one.
Gotcha.
And Genji has 13 points. EDG has 14. Yeah, they're just farming China. Like, it's just...
Yeah. They're going to champs.
Yeah, no doubt. They're like the early Vision Strikers when the whole region was shit, besides like one team.
That was DRX, right? Vision Strikers?
Yeah, DRX. They were owning for so long, and now obviously, like, they're not.
Teams caught up.
Yeah, they all caught up.
Yeah, Valorant's going to be interesting.
Should be fun to watch.
I can't wait until America starts so I can actually watch these matches. Like, Shanghai was just not being able to watch the Masters kind of sucks. But
Yeah. After Shanghai ended, I was like, damn, my sleep schedule is going to be so good. And then, boom, fucking Pacific happens. I stayed up for 3 nights in a row.
And then Valorant Champions is going to be in Korea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be better, I think.
Why?
It's like... Well, it depends when they start. What time would they start for them?
It's like 7. It's
Like 7 p.m.?
7 p.m.
see.
I think in Korea. Yeah.
Time
So that
in
would be
Seoul.
4 a.m. for me.
So
Maybe
it's
6
currently
a.m.
It's not bad. And then they have like, boom, like fucking not intermission, like the beginning show.
so they're
That
13
takes an
hours ahead.
hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not terrible. It's
So if
not
it
as bad
starts-
as Shanghai.
Yeah.
Because then I can actually wake up at like 6 or something and catch map 1 halfway maybe.
Let's see. Wasn't one of these already in Korea? No, actually. Oh wait, I can click on the Pacific League. When are
Actually,
theirs?
maybe it will be bad. It might just
So-
be in... Yeah, fuck.
It'll be 4 and 7:15.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they stick with the Pacific region, well, I don't know where do they play?
They play in Seoul.
Like, even the stage 2?
Yeah. So all the they play in the same places.
The
So
qualifier
Pacific
is in Seoul for Pacific.
Yeah, Pacific Stage 2 and Stage 1 are in Seoul, and then for
So
EMEA
I'm cooked.
they play in Germany, and then in Americas they play in LA.
Yeah, I'm cooked.
Because yeah, looking at these matches on the weekends, it's 4 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m.
Might be the same fucking time.
It's gonna be the same times.
Because Genji T1 was 2 a.m., which was same as Shanghai. Oh my god. Well, I guess I'm not watching. No, I'm watching. Fuck that. That was the greatest week of my life.
Oh yeah, Shanghai is actually 12 hours, and Seoul is 13 hours.
For like an hour, yeah.
No.
Whatever. I still have time to recover from Shanghai.
Yeah, dude, you're still young, dude. I'm too old.
You know who's young? Fucking Squiddy.
What do you mean?
And acts
dude?
worse than you.
have the summer to watch this.
I do have the
actually.
summer actually. I'll be able to actually watch these.
Except you
August?
won't.
I will.
August 1st to the
maybe.
25th, though. You don't
Yeah,
start school then?
yeah, I can watch it.
Oh, never mind. Damn. Okay.
And
Well, that's gonna be interesting.
what else on the gaming?
How's your journey been, Cross?
How's your journey? Oh, my journey. My journey?
Yeah, Destiny 2.
Not Destiny Journey.
How are you, traveler?
Hello, traveler. Yeah, it's been great. I finished the entire campaign for Final Shape. Made me weep.
You bought it?
Yeah, I finished it. I actually beat it. While like you guys are in the voice chat and you were watching Squiddy play Elden Ring,
Oh.
and I was like, I gotta leave this room because I'm weeping. So I was gone for a bit, but yeah, it was really good. Like the ending is bittersweet, which was to be expected. But yeah, I mean, if anyone likes Destiny, I recommend playing Final Shape. Maybe watch a lore video before it, or play the leading up DLCs, Witch Queen and Lightfall. Lightfall was trash, but yeah, it was really good. And yeah, I mean, it's like everything I wished for, and like massively multiplayer, like class-based RPG. Like the end game is pretty robust. There's a lot to do, way more than Diablo. That's for goddamn sure. And there is a lot of RNG rolls, but it's tastefully handled. You actually feel like you're making progress towards a greater thing, whereas in Diablo, it just feels like you're just rolling the dice on everything you do. Yeah, I mean, it's great. I think it's gonna have my attention for a couple more months, depending on how the seasons go. Because its season is split into 3 acts, and each act has act mission. So right now is the season of Echo, so there's like, I don't know, maybe like 5 hours of story for that. So
Okay.
yeah, I think it might be the game that will keep me retained throughout seasons, but I still have no idea. There's so much I don't know about the game yet, so I'll have to see.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Learning
I'm glad
raids
you like the game.
is interesting. Met some interesting people.
Have you rated already?
I haven't raided, but there's like there's an exotic mission for like a fucking cape, and you have to do it with 2 people. And it's very similar to like raid mechanics. It didn't take me as long as raids. It took me like an hour, but yeah. Anxiety through the roof, dude. But I mean, the game has Fire Team Finder, so like,
Oh,
I realized I didn't need to use looking for group. I mean, for raids you probably have to, but for anything else, use that.
that's pretty cool.
Nice.
It's handled, and most people won't talk to you. Yeah, and that's my goal.
Well, that's good. You know, you never want to talk to people
No, fuck people.
unless
Especially
you're like
in Destiny.
that guy that's on
Oh my
Valorant.
god, that guy on Valorant.
I wasn't trying to be petty or anything. Just you guys were ignoring me, and I thought my mic was bugged, and like I was really being nice to you guys. And I even told the enemy team that I was being nice to you guys. Like, bro, what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
That is a different breed. That guy's like going through something, or he's like really young, like emotionally young.
The fact that he would just lie about it, like we didn't all see what he was fucking typing.
I wish I streamed it. Would have put that shit on TikTok. Nah.
But yeah,
starting to feel
You already-
bad for that guy at a certain point.
yeah, really.
I don't know. I just felt like
I felt bad.
I thought he was I thought he was going through something, and then I just felt like
It just kind of seems like he's really like craving attention, and clearly he's not getting it from what he should be getting it from.
Yeah.
And now that's being projected to like fucking randoms on Valorant, which is they're not gonna receive that well at all. Probably the worst game to do it on. Like go on fucking Omegle, dude. But
jeez.
yeah, let's not go too deep into this.
Yeah. Anyway,
He's gone.
yeah,
He'll be fine.
Yeah. Y'all excited to try that game out or what?
Yeah, I saw a clip on it today on TikTok. Fucking scary, kind of, dude. Like
Chained together?
you
Chain
fucking
together.
messaging me about it. I get it on TikTok. Like, fuck.
I saw Ninja playing it.
Ninja's playing it right now.
Yeah,
Or listening to it. Yeah, it looks fun.
it's like Only Up kind of gives me Only Up
Yeah.
vibes.
Damn.
Except for we're chained together.
What are we
And,
playing?
Chained together.
With yeah. This is the end of the podcast, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching.
I mean, does Scotty respond?
Either no, he never
Really?
responded to me too. Actually,
Oh, I don't know.
Wow.
My fault.
yeah, never mind.
Wow.
I don't
My
even-
fault. My fault.
That is crazy.
My fault.
Yeah, didn't even
Morning to fucking 9?
respond to me. But he responded
Yeah.
to my TikTok though that I sent him today. Yeah, I'll just wait for his message. Anyway, Um,
Yeah, it's not like he's here or anything.
as he's typing
As
right
he's
now.
typing.
I got a message. Hold on.
Like, it's funny we can hear his keyboard.
Sounds great, man. Okay, we should definitely try it out. Hey, you know what? Squiddy's in, so we can we can do either after podcast today or tomorrow.
I can play tomorrow. I can play tomorrow, but it'd be like 11:30
At night?
What? Oh fuck!
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah, work or what?
yeah, but I mean, 11:30 or Saturday before like D&D.
Or Saturday before D&D, yeah.
That's my
Rejected.
yeah. I'd either have to like 11 o'clock, 11:30.
Listen, how long are you staying on tonight?
I'll be on late tonight, but I
He
don't
just
know how
wants to
long
play- he just wants to
I'm
play
So
Ring.
I understand that, but like you're not gonna be on for that long, right?
Yeah, probably not, no.
Well, we can just play for like an hour, and then you can go back to Elden Ring,
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that.
or we
Is
can play
it-
for like
is
2
it
hours,
free?
like whatever.
How much
It's
is
this
it?
is free.
$5.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
5
$5.
Yeah, we can. Yeah,
Shit, I'm a brokey, dude. Let me see if I can even buy this shit.
if we want to.
What is it called?
Yeah. Chain
Together.
Hey, if we want to play it after this, I'm done.
Might be cooked.
What?
Might be cooked, dude.
Nah, I can give it to you.
No, hold on.
I did trust it. It's 10% off, dude.
Hold on.
How much does it cost regularly?
$4.99.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, quick.
But it's $4.50
All
right
right,
now.
I have cooked. I got it.
Okay.
Woo! I just moved all my money today, so I don't know how much I had in my checking account.
Yeah, I'll download it after this.
Just download it right now, dude.
I
Yeah,
can't
I'm downloading it right now. It's done, literally.
Okay.
Literally.
It's literally
Literally?
4
Literally.
gigabytes, dude.
All right.
Literally.
Don't tell him, but I miss that kid.
Yeah, his name is like John Wick now.
Yeah.
And he plays R6.
I saw that in Dead by Daylight. Dude, yeah, I want to play Aska together, dude.
Fuck.
What is that?
Just popped up on my
Sounds like
Steam.
ass.
Lay claim to unspoiled lands and pave the way for a fierce Viking tribe. Craft the ultimate settlement solo or together with up to 3 friends. Trust in the gods and power of the Eye of Odin and summon intelligent NPC villagers to provide camaraderie and relief from the toil of survival. Where are these games coming from? Like, I feel like they all are the same game, but like,
Yeah, literally. All right,
like this one
Squiddy.
in Soul Mask.
All right.
I know you're dying to talk about a very specific game.
I'm not
So
done. Yeah.
Why
so
don't
let's
you
talk
just
about
fucking do it?
it. Elden Ring DLC came out today. It came out.
I'm just, sorry, what was that?
Okay. Elden Ring DLC came out 3 hours ago. I have gotten through the first boss already, and then stopped playing to record this. But a little ways in, defeated the first boss. It looks really good. All locations I've been to so far look super good. Enemies are cool. Got some new ones. There's like these scorpion spiders that were kind of cool.
Gross.
There's 8 new types of weapons, and I think 95 new weapons across 8 new categories. I'm pretty sure.
Wait, 8 new types? What does that
8 new
mean?
types of weapons, like new, like, you know, there's like katanas and great swords and long swords. And
Oh,
whatnot.
okay.
Yeah, 8 new weapon types. So that let me see.
You already
Yeah,
know those
8
content creators are drooling right now.
Yeah, 8 new weapon types. A bunch of different new mechanics. For this is martial arts now. So that'll be interesting.
Oh
to see.
shit! Martial arts. What the fuck is that?
Yeah. Like punching and kicking now and whatnot. Like
Like it's
like Ashes of War, like Ashes of War, yeah. Yeah, like Ashes of War
Oh.
for that. I'm pretty sure. A lot of streamers are streaming right now. You know, you got, you know, Valkyrie and
What the
Tim
fuck?
and, you know, all the big streamers playing it right now. But it's been really good so far. The first boss, compared to the base game's first boss, definitely, I think a lot more complex and challenging. I guess spoilers for the first boss, if you care about spoilers for the game. It's like a lion. What is dancing lion?
It's a lot, you know, like lion dance.
Lion dance, yeah.
Jacob?
Lion dance?
Yeah, so you know, it's like a Chinese thing. It's like a long lion thing, and people are under it. Like 5 people are under it, and they're
Yeah.
like dance. Yeah, that is
Okay.
the
So it's like,
boss.
yeah. It definitely. You can look it up if you want. But it has like 4 sets of moves that it cycles throughout the boss fight, and they activate at different like health checkpoints. Kind of. There's like a base moves when you go in at a certain point. I think across at like 70%. You get to the lightning phase where he starts to shoot lightning bolts and whatnot. Then you get to like a wind stage where he's like throwing around tornadoes and whatnot. And then you finally get to an ice stage where he actually does the frost stomp. He does one of his moves is using that frost stomp thing.
Oh hell no.
So, but defeated that. Haven't gotten to the second boss yet, but gonna keep playing. Yeah, I would highly recommend it, the base game and the DLC. So, thoroughly enjoying it so far.
Yeah, I saw I got like hundreds and 5 stars across the board. And
Yeah, I was getting 10 of 10s everywhere.
fucking Eurogamer gave it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
And they're like, who hurt you? That was funny.
Yeah, everybody was there. I saw a bunch of people talking about it on TikTok. Yeah, that's my Elden Ring spiel. I'm gonna keep playing it for hopefully whenever I can over the next week. So yeah.
All right.
I guess I'll quickly talk about D&D. Quickly, just go talk about played D&D last week. We
Do we?
we
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Oh.
Did some more tomb things. Our NPCs are gone, so we're trying to. One of our NPCs is dead. One of them is gone. So we made our way down to the 3rd floor to start looking around more. Found some piles of like moss or whatever with little eye stalks sprouting from them that shoot lasers. So interested to see what that is. Mordai Cross has a new spirit with him, a golden skull.
Oh.
Oh God.
Has a new spirit with him.
My name is Yaka.
So I think he gives disadvantage in ability checks sometimes, so that's great. But he's been a fun addition, I think. So he thinks we're gonna die, but did a puzzle with a boar's head. Did something with that. Fengel was compelled to put his head in the boar's mouth. That was weird. Destroyed the boar's head though.
Pretty scaredy.
After that, we did another tomb room with another god. Was the Froghemoth, which Jacob has been talking about wanting for a while. So he took that and got a pretty good power, I'd say, especially for Fenkel.
Yeah.
So that was good. So the Papazotl no longer with us. We did some scouting with Pandora. Have a room that we're gonna go and clear later. Ended up working our way through a waterfall puzzle where you had to walk through with like a trident. Got hit with a wave, which kind of sucked. But did a puzzle with the shadow that could have gone horribly wrong if I didn't make the wisdom save. I would have dropped to zero. I would have dropped to 0 hit points. 75 to 0, just like that, which would have been bad. We did another tomb. We did one more tomb, the Almirage. It was like a floor puzzle that you had to use the dial to find out where to step. So that was pretty neat. So Obalaka is gone. I took the Almirage. Not going to say the power yet, just because I don't know if I'm going to keep it. But
I want to know.
It's you
don't have to tell me. It's fine.
No, I think I can pay attention to our next combat. That's all. And it doesn't have to do with combat, but it affects something with combat. So just pay attention to certain things in the next combat.
Gotcha.
Anyway, that's as much as I'll probably say.
Whatever you say, dude. You keep your secrets.
I'll as per Ravine's request, I'm not gonna say anything.
All right.
But I'll say it if I end up taking another one, if that one's just gone. But anyways, did that, made our way through another tunnel that Pandora scouted, and now we're in a chamber resting. That's where we ended.
Hell yeah, brother.
We took our long rest. So we're refreshed for the next session.
Hell yeah, brother.
Dude, I'm so fucking hungry right now. I can't even think.
So
nice.
That's that next session we got that room to do if we want to do it with the wind gusts and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then from there go to floor 4 maybe. I don't know if you have anything else to do on this, but
I don't know if there's anything else.
We will see in due time.
I definitely want to check the bottom half. I never got to see what was down there.
The bottom half.
Because where Pandora went through, I wasn't able to see what was
that's
Told Squiddy about it. It's basically a room.
Yeah.
Interested to see what's there, and also too, we got to find. Unless we already have all the eyes, we got to find the rest of them.
No. Still don't know what they're for
though.
I think we have 5 or 6.
But
what
is it for
5.
though? But like, what is it for though?
I don't know. But it is funny that the I sent you guys that picture of my magnet.
Yeah.
I
really hope it's not that.
I really hope it's not that either.
Why? What is it? I don't even know what it is. Hello?
It's
very.
It's actually something you can summon with Greater Demon.
Oh,
can you
it's
summon them?
Eye of Cthulhu, dude.
Let's see. Greater Demon.
I can summon any demons as long as I know about.
I don't know if that counts.
Actually, no, I can't. Because it's randomized.
Yeah, but it's challenge rating 5, right?
Yeah, it's not CR.
Hell
CR5.
no!
Oh, it's not a CR5.
That's definitely not CR5. No.
Really?
No, that's much higher than a CR5.
Dude, why is it not a CR5, dude?
It's like 14 or something.
Oh. What? That's a little crazy.
If we're thinking about the thing that starts with a B, that's definitely
a bitch.
Yeah. That's. Yeah, it's not. I know it's in the
Uh,
teens for CR rating.
Oh yeah, 5E. It's 13
Y'all
challenge
keep
rating,
Yeah.
your
No.
secrets.
or in layer is 14.
Y'all keep your stinky little secrets.
So you've never seen the magnet that I sent you. You've never seen what that was. That is.
I saw it, but I don't know what it is. If it's in the D&D world, I have no idea what it is.
It's called the Beholder.
Yeah.
Still don't know what it is.
It's like a big, well, obviously you can see from the picture, but it's like a big eye
Big
with a bunch of eye
fat
stalks.
cock.
So.
That shoots out lasers.
Yeah, it shoots lasers out of its eyes.
Well, that makes sense. That's
So.
what it is then.
Well, it definitely matches what
It shot
happened
lasers,
earlier.
right?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
matches
but I
what
mean, it could
happened
be
earlier.
anything.
Yeah.
Like
Wait,
because
but
you were
this
saying
is
that
a
it could just be.
CR14. There's no way it's that then.
Yeah. So you were saying that it could be like cameras for Asterak. So
Oh yeah.
What if, yeah. What if Beholder is the camera for Asterak, dude?
I don't even know how that would. I don't know.
I don't know. Fucking Lich powers.
No, that's yeah.
can you use locate object on the eye stalk to locate where he's at,
Where
Oh.
Asarak is
or whoever that is like looking at us?
controlling the eyes. I mean,
Just look up locate
Yeah.
object. Eyeball.
Maybe that's the boss. Hello.
hello.
Like the final boss.
No,
That's the final
no. The boss that we do before the final boss. Because Ravine
Oh,
said
yeah.
there will be a
Oh,
final.
that yeah.
Maybe that's the clue. We just see the eyes and then boom, the bigger eye comes.
I mean,
Maybe
you were the one who. I mean, we're finding the crystal eyes too, right? That could
Yeah.
be.
Damn.
It's all very eye-like for that.
Maybe it'll
Because on the
last
magnet,
Bianca.
and it's funny because the magnet's like eye of the beholder, like the old like beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But
Yeah.
it's just funny. And then I was looking at it, and the little stalks that it has on its head is 10, and so maybe there's 10. There's 10 eyes that we have to find.
Uh,
I got to go back and look at the magnet. Maybe the magnet has different colors. Because if it has different colors, like eye color,
You might be.
then maybe.
cooking.
I think the actual I don't know. The actual art
Oh,
for the.
This was a while ago, but you know how you theorized that the other world is where Asarak does his experiments.
Uh-huh.
So it's weird, but I made a connection to Destiny. Where so the Witch Queen, essentially the only way to kill a Witch Queen is to kill them in their throne world, and that is their alternate world where they also do experiments, and that's how they rapidly progress with their light powers and armies. That's how they're so vast, like the Hive.
Mhm.
So yeah, I just made that connection. I'm like, damn, what if we have to kill Asarak in his alternate world, and if we kill him in the real world, it doesn't affect him? But it's probably far fetched.
I mean, keep that in your back burner.
I was just his that phylactery could be in the that's where his phylactery could be, maybe is in the other world.
Can you imagine if we have to run all the way back up to turn it, run all the way back down to
yeah.
fight him?
Jeez.
You see Fenrir running up the stairs?
Maybe
Every time. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just thinking like when the Wither teleported, maybe his jewel is I don't know if you guys figured it out already, but maybe his jewel is to transport him to the other world, and he just walked outside the room and then popped it again.
Mm.
Maybe. I could see it.
I feel like every time we go into a session, I'm like, I think I have a better understanding of what's going on, and then by the end, I'm like, well, I don't know what the fuck is happening. That every
All
time
the
I'm like,
time,
I
dude.
think we're starting to get the hang of this, and then some shit happens, and I'm like, yeah, never mind.
Every time I play that fucking game.
But
Oh shit, bro just muted.
sorry, no, I had to fucking clear my throat.
Shit. I enjoy it.
What? The not knowing?
Just the not knowing, yeah.
The journey? You
I love the journey of it all, dude. I love just figuring it out on the
How's
fly.
your journey?
But I think
Which, to be honest, I need to stop figuring it out because Fengel's not that smart.
Yeah, but you're too smart, so.
It's funny at the fact that like none of us are smart.
Like in real
What?
life? Yeah, I'm not
Like
smart.
no, in
Yeah.
D&D, like our guys have like 0 or -1 to
I have
intelligence.
a -1 intelligence.
Really?
I have a -1 to intelligence.
I have a
What do you-
-1 to intelligence.
You have like 0, right?
I have 0, yeah.
And I think Avelios also has 0.
Damn, we're stupid.
I don't know what Miracle had. Miracle had like a +1, I think.
Why are we so dumb?
Because we didn't have to use that modifier. It'd be different if we were like wizards or sorcerers, you know?
Yeah.
Sorcerers don't even use intelligence; they use charisma.
Oh shit! Never mind. Sorcerers or artificers.
It's
I mean,
only-
wizards are artificers.
All right, what else y'all got?
That's all I got for my things.
I mean, I didn't want to talk about WWE, but if we want to end it here, I'm okay with it.
If you want to talk about it, you can talk about it.
All right. Well, WWE recently had a PLE premium live event. They had Clash at the Castle, where matches happened.
I do have a question, by the way. Whenever on one of those videos that you sent, I do have one question.
Okay. What's up?
Oh, just that last one, that entrance. Was that the entrance that we used in the game?
So in the
Lance
game, yeah, but it was Bray Wyatt's entrance.
Oh, okay.
Because Bray Wyatt used to come out like that.
Okay.
But I'll get to that.
All right.
So Clash at the Castle, we saw Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre, Bayley versus Piper Niven, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, also against Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark in the triple threat for the tag team titles. And then also saw Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable. First matchup was the Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles in an I Quit match. Just to quickly get through it, Cody Rhodes won. He made the only way to win that match is to make your opponent say the words "I quit," and he got AJ Styles to say that. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. I did send you guys that clip of Damian Priest trying to jump off the ropes, and he slips, and it looked like he almost breaks his leg, and also too almost hit his head on the side of the apron. What did you guys think of that?
I thought he broke his neck.
I remember
I'd
watching
have
it
to look
actually
it up.
live. I remember watching it live with
Yeah, and then he was just kind of dangling there.
Yeah, and you
trying
can
to play it off, probably, right?
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to play it off because, like, you can see too that like it cuts off here, but Drew McIntyre, like, he quickly gets up and he like grabs at the leg and looks at the referee, and then goes to like kick Damian Priest like in the ribs basically, or he's there, and just keep punching him and stuff like that, and then finally like picks him up and like brings him back up into the ring so that way he gets untangled. But Damian Priest wrestled the entire match afterwards. They don't know whether or not it was the adrenaline through his body that kind of kept him going, but either he was hurting or he was selling it pretty well, but he was hobbling and like he kept like shaking his leg and reaching down for his ankle. Well, he ended up beating Drew McIntyre. Yeah. So in the last bit, CM Punk actually screws over Drew McIntyre again. They knock out the referee, and Drew McIntyre does his finisher move to Damian Priest and starts pinning him. Well, the referee's knocked out and no one's there. So you see somebody running, a referee running to the ring, slides in, 1, 2, doesn't go for the 3, and like Drew McIntyre gets up and looks, and CM Punk is just like that. Just
damn.
He's like, he got his shoulder up, and basically puts his hands on CM Punk, and CM Punk kicks him in the balls, which then gives Damian Priest enough time to get up and do South of Heaven, which is his final move, and pin Drew McIntyre 1, 2, 3. So he ended up retaining his title there. Bayley retained her title against Piper Niven. Sami Zayn retained his Intercontinental Championship against Chad Gable, and the only titles that changed hands were the tag team titles. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn actually won the triple threat match. They pinned Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. So it's the downfall of being a triple threat match for champions is the fact that you don't even have to be pinned to lose the titles. So they end up losing them. So that sucks for them. But the following, that was on Saturday. So the following Monday was Raw. And to the surprise of everyone there at Corpus Christi, Seth Rollins came back, which we haven't seen Seth Rollins since WrestleMania, which was, what, 2 months ago? Because it was in April is when WrestleMania happened. So he took time off, not that long, but he did take time off. So he came back and basically said that he wanted to get back to doing what he was doing and wanted to become, the greatest person, the greatest wrestler of all time. And to do that, he needs to win his title back. So the next pay-per-view is Money in the Bank, which if you win that match, you get the contract where you can cash it in 1 year, anytime you want. Cash it in for a chance to win the title. But Damian Priest ends up coming out and basically saying, like, when you first won that title, I was your first defense and you beat me. You were better than me at that time. But now we got to put that to rest. And so at Money in the Bank, I challenge you for this title. What do you say? And so Money in the Bank, it's going to be Seth Rollins versus Damian Priest. He wasn't injured. He was actually cleared. He went to medical and he wasn't injured. So a lot of people actually thought that he was going to relinquish the title. But yeah, but it was good that he wasn't, because he's actually doing pretty well now as champion. I think a lot of people thought that he was going to be just like a placeholder. I thought it too, actually, because I thought Drew McIntyre would win at Clash of the Castle, given the fact that Drew McIntyre is from Scotland.
Damn.
But I think too, another reason why Drew McIntyre maybe didn't win, it might have been a last-second decision to not have him win, because his wife actually had emergency surgery. And so when he comes out on Raw, he's just sitting there and he's like, CM Punk, he's like, I can't do this anymore. He's like, I quit. And he leaves. He just says, I quit in the middle of the ring, and he walks out and leaves. So that's probably a little storyline, so that way he can take time off to be with his wife and just like be with her until it's time for him to come back and they can continue the storyline. Because CM Punk still is recovering from his torn tricep. And so I think once they come back, most likely SummerSlam, which is August, is probably when they'll both come back and then have their match.
Yeah.
But that ended up happening. And the big thing that happens on Monday Night Raw, they had qualifying matches for the Money in the Bank ladder match. The main event was Finn Balor, Rey Mysterio, and Jey Uso in a triple threat match, which Jey Uso ended up winning. So he has qualified to be in Money in the Bank. I think there's still 5 more slots. I think it's like a 6-man ladder match to win the title, win the briefcase. At the end there, the lights started going out, and Uncle Howdy ended up showing up, which has been a long time coming. Because if you were to actually like watch the TV show, and even the PLEs, there's certain moments in time to where like the feed will like and like flicker, and it'll say like hello, like in the bottom corner, or like QR code will pop up, and you can watch different videos. And it was kind of just alluding to the fact that they were going to show up, and one of them even said June 17th, and so people were expecting for it to happen, or at least another storyline like when they're going to show up. A lot of people thought maybe SummerSlam, because obviously it's the second biggest event, but they showed up here, and it was pretty creepy, to be honest, the way they showed up. I don't know if you guys watched that video that I sent you.
I watched it.
Yeah.
It was like a horror, right?
Yeah, what did you guys think of it?
I mean, great production.
Yeah.
It was really good production. They had like mist or fog throughout the whole. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Backstage too, right? They were going as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It reminded, like I said, it reminded me a lot of that other intro, and I like the essence of that as well. So I like this.
You know, if I had zero context watching this, I'm like, damn, like this is a crazy haunted house.
So yeah, so with that, that's Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six, which is SICKS, and then they actually put the numbers. I think it's SICK, and then they put the number 6 at the end of it. It's the Wyatt Six.
Oh shit.
And so with that, so Squiddy, the entrance that you have in the game, it's Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt was like the leader of them before he passed away. And so his brother is the one who's playing Uncle Howdy, and everything is coming into what like Bray Wyatt created. So he had this thing called the Firefly Funhouse, which was like very creepy looking like program on WWE, and it kind of looked like it was a kids show, but not really, because he would have the little puppets, and there were like basically each one of the people that you see in the video was like a puppet at one point. And so like the girl Nikki Cross, she comes out crawling. She's Abby the Witch, and then as it goes through in the back, you see the guy with the sledgehammer. That's Eric Rowan, and I think he's the sheep. I believe. Oh no, he's the rambling rabbit. Which is nice. Like when he has his back turned, I don't know if you guys saw, but there's like a cow skull like on the back of his shoulder, and that's actually paying homage to a guy named Luke Harper, because back in the day, Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan, and Luke Harper were the Wyatt family. And Luke Harper always wore that like cow skull mask, but he passed away as well. So he had that in the back of his shoulder. And then as you go through, you see sitting on one of the boxes is Mercy the Buzzard. That's played by Dexter Loomis. And then you also see another guy, a pig, Huskus the pig, which is Joe Gacy. And then at last you see Uncle Howdy. And then they slowly all start walking out. They pick up the lantern and they blow it out, say, "We're here." So everything there goes back to what Bray Wyatt created. Like Mercy the Buzzard is based off of like a wrestler that was Bray Wyatt's favorite wrestler back in the day. Rambling Rabbit had something to do. This is what I was like reading, or Rambling Rabbit had something to do with the fact that when Bray Wyatt used to do his promos when he first came in the WWE, he would just ramble on, and so he made Rambling Rabbit. And then Huskus the pig, when he first came into the WWE, he was known as Husky Harris, and people thought that he was just overweight and he wasn't athletic, and so he made Huskus the pig. And so everything kind of plays into Bray Wyatt and his past. And before he passed away, they were slowly getting into what Uncle Howdy meant. So now, I guess now they're going to try to go through and like do everything.
Yeah.
But his brother is playing Uncle Howdy, and so they're going to try to like make sure that they can do everything right in the honor of Bray Wyatt. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Damn.
That is cool.
Thought it was pretty dope. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do it. They actually had wrestlers laying there bloodied. Obviously for you guys don't necessarily know each of the wrestlers that were there, but one of them was Chad Gable. Before it showed Uncle Howdy, it zooms in on that guy's face and he has like blood coming down. He's wearing like the unitard. He was actually supposed to be next week in a triple threat match for another spot in Money in the Bank. And they just tweeted earlier today that due to the actions of the Wyatt Six, Chad Gable won't be in action next week, and they replaced him with Ilya Dragunov.
Whoa.
And so, Yeah, so that's gonna be pretty cool to see what they do with him there. And then also today on the Pat McAfee show, Pat McAfee is actually an announcer, ringside announcer for Raw. He also has a show on ESPN, his podcast, and he was doing an interview, and randomly it just cuts off and goes to black, and you can hear the music of the Wyatt Six and Uncle Howdy, and so they think that like they're targeting Pat McAfee's a TV show on ESPN, and so that also so their production has definitely gone up after they got rid of, his name was like Kevin Dunn. They got rid of him and they brought in this whole new guy, and their production has just been off the charts as of late.
They got the money for it.
Yeah,
They can do a lot with that money.
yeah. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what they do with that going forward. I really hope that people don't start being like, we need them to have the titles and they need to hold the titles and be great. Like, I think when it comes to acts like those, I think it's better for them not to have titles. Like, they need to be a dominant force. They need to rarely lose, and they just need to be like a phenom in a sense, like the Undertaker. The Undertaker didn't win a lot of titles, but you know, he had the WrestleMania streak. Like, he was undefeated for 21 WrestleManias, and you know, he was scary and he had great feuds and he was seen as powerful. That's what they need to do with them, I think, and not like quickly give them titles, because then if they lose the titles, you know, it diminishes everything they've done. So, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
But yeah, that's what I had for WWE. There was another guy. There was NXT. They had a battle royale, and what's cool with them is that lately they've been crossing over with TNA, since they're both, I think, both owned by the same company. One of their like top wrestlers named Joe Hendry showed up, and the crowd went wild basically for it. He showed up and he was in the Royale, and he got eliminated real quick. And so eliminated real quick, and everyone's like chanting bullshit. He went backstage and talks to Shawn Michaels, who's like the lead creator there, and was like, "Was that your idea?" He's like, "You just say his name and he'll show up anywhere, anytime, any show." and yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with the whole TNA thing, and everyone. Joe Hendry showing up in NXT became WWE's top clip on Twitter outside of WrestleMania 40.
Dang.
So.
Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got. Y'all got anything or what?
That's it for me.
You go end here?
For me, dude. Yeah. Not what I call it.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do appreciate it. If you are on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you can see when our videos go live at 3 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. If you're listening audibly on Spotify and Google Podcast, don't forget to follow, share, leave a review. And other than that, we'll see you guys again next week. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Peace out.
Peace out.